If you clicked on this video, it's because you're ready to step into your greatness. You've either just gotten your first payout, or maybe you've gotten payouts before, but you've been inconsistent on taking money from the market, and now you're ready to take your career to that next level. Either way it goes, this is a video you want to watch, because I've been trading for almost 8 years, so I've pretty much seen it all. So for the duration of this video, I'm going to be telling you what it takes to become a profitable trader and to stay a profitable trader. Because once you get a payout, the job's not done. That's when it just starts. So let's talk about it. All right, so the first thing I would tell you is you have to live your life in probabilities. The same way you live your life in probabilities on the chart, you need to live your life in probabilities off the chart. You need to make smart decisions. You have to be the person you envision yourself being. Ask yourself, what does it look like being a profitable trader? What does my life look like if I'm living every single day on my terms, doing things when I want to do them? Being able to afford to go the places I want to go, being able to help people and put people in positions and give them opportunities that you never had. What does that look like? When I say that you need to live your life in probabilities, you need to make smart decisions. Think about it. If you make the decision to stay up all night and then try to wake up and trade the New York AM session, you're probably not going to make clear decisions in the market. You're going to be mentally fatigued because you stayed up all night. You're just not going to feel good. You're probably going to be cranky. You're going to be impatient. And we all know that's a recipe for disaster in the market. So you have to shift the odds in your favor. You know it's not a high probability chance of you performing well if you stay up the night before. So you got to make sure you get enough rest so that you can wake up and perform to the best of your ability. Now, once you figure out how to do that, you got to rinse and repeat. It's got to be the same thing every single time you trade. If your mind is not clear when you step onto them charts, don't be trying to force your issue in the market, because 9 times out of 10, it's not going to go your way. The second thing I would say is you have to manage your ego. Bro, look, I get it. You just started making money. You work hard to get here. All the blood, sweat, and tears that it took you to get to this point of finally touching the money. Bro, I feel you. But peep this. You have to manage your ego. You cannot let the money change you. You know that you're signing up to do something that's possibly going to give you the life of your dreams. And you know the amount of work that it takes to get there. So you gotta be appreciative of that. If you put the work in and now you're finally touching the money, you gotta be grateful of that. Don't compare your journey to somebody else's. Don't think your $500 or your $1,000 payout doesn't matter, because it does. Just because it's not a Lamborghini off your first payout doesn't mean that you can't consistently make money and change your life in the market. But you gotta manage your ego. If you don't manage your ego, things can get out of control. The same way you made that money, it can be taken from you in the market. The market will humble your ass. That's just a fact. See, this is the thing. Being a good trader, what comes with that is being correct most of the time in the market. So when you actually get a rhythm going of being correct day by day, if you're not prepared, that loss that you take could catch you slipping and it could spiral you. So what do professional traders do? They prepare for these moments. Know that you can still take a loss. That's why risk management is so important, because it don't matter how good you are. If you take that one trade and you over leverage just thinking that you can't lose because you won your last 15 trades, that 16 trade that you lose on and don't manage your risk, it could blow your account. And then you just set yourself back weeks and weeks of work in one day, when you really could have just set yourself back one trade. So really think about that. Put some respect on the game. Don't be out here risking crazy amounts of money just because you're winning trades now, because the market can take a turn for the worse at any given moment. It's a lot of things that people don't know about the market and the way that it's ran. And I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole, but I'm just saying, like, anybody can lose at any time, no matter how good you are. Nobody's 100% correct in the market. So you have to make sure you manage your ego, so that way you're not doing stupid stuff that's gonna set you back. If you let your ego get in the way of your trading, once you start to become successful, you're going to forget about all the small things and all of your habits that got you to where you are in the first place. and you can really do some real damage to your ego. So stay locked in. Don't let your ego get in the way of your success. Get out of your own way. All right, the third thing I would say is your routine gotta be tight. If you want to stay a professional, consistently profitable trader, your routine gotta be tight. It gotta be similar to like an athlete or a musician, a performer. You gotta get the reps in, not only with technicals and things on a chart, but with your internal. You have to do the work. You have to figure out what's making you greedy, what's making you fearful. You have to have a real conversation with yourself. Listen, let me tell you this. If you're not leveling up in life from being a trader or attempting to be a successful trader, then you're doing this wrong, because trading is a lot of psychology. It's a lot of you versus you. If you're not doing the work to become your best self, you're going to struggle in the market. And that's just a fact. Things like greed and fear and doubt and your emotions and FOMO, all of that stuff is just going to make you very emotional in the market, and your emotions are going to make your decision making way harder. So the way that you condition your mind, your body, and your spirit needs to be top tier. When you see athletes get ready for a game, they have the same routine that they go through to make sure that they can perform at the highest ability. You need to be doing the same thing with trading. Preparation meets opportunity. There's no such thing as luck. So as a trader, you need to have your good habits on autopilot. That's the way you scale anything, any type of business. If you want to scale it, you can't be just doing the manual work every single day. You have to eventually put certain processes in place and make sure that they run smoothly, even if you're not there. So you have to do the same thing with trading. Like, it needs to be muscle memory when you come into the market to execute. Me personally, if certain things are not in order, I'm not trading. If I don't do the preparation for my session the night before, I'm probably not going to trade that day. If I wake up late and I don't get to do my routine of going to the gym, meditating, writing out my gratitude list, things like that, I'm probably not going to trade, because if I trade under those conditions, I know that I may not perform at my best. So going back to the first point, we want to put the odds in our favor. So how do you do that? You make sure your routine is muscle memory. That way you don't even have to think about it. When I come into the market, I'm automatically thinking about my plan. I don't got to think about if I'm gonna over leverage, if I'm gonna over trade. I know my plan works and I stick to it. It's on autopilot now because I've stuck to it for so long that I have the data to back what I'm doing. So I know it works if I stick to it. Part of being a professional trader is being prepared for all situations. We all know how to prepare for a win. We know how to take profit. But what about if we lose a trade? What about if we lose a couple trades? What about if the market's not showing us what we want? Do we still force a trade, or do we sit on our hands? A professional trader is going to be prepared for all scenarios, including the bad ones. You need to be prepared for these bad situations that's going to come up when you're trading. I taught my group a year ago to have a trigger number. Know how many trades it's going to take before you start spiraling out. That way you can be prepared ahead of time. You could set in your trading plan, okay, don't take more than 2 trades a day, 3 trades a day, because I know if I go over that amount and I'm losing these trades, I'm probably not thinking clearly, or the market is not giving me what I want. So it's no need to force the issue. I need to chill out and come back another day or another session, whatever your trading plan is. But you have to be prepared for that stuff to happen so it doesn't catch you off guard and make you spiral. It's all the same stuff, bro. You got to be humble or the market's gonna humble you. All right, another thing is you need to be accountable. That's like the fourth thing I would say, is you need to be accountable for everything in your control. Your control. Listen, you cannot control the outcome of your trade. That's just a fact. It don't matter how good you can read the market. You cannot 100% guarantee that you're going to win a trade. So with that being said, what can you be in control of? You can be in control of your emotions. You can be in control of how much money you risk. You can be in control of how many times you trade. You can be in control of you sticking to your process. You can be in control of what sessions you trade, what days you trade, what times you trade. You can be in control of your environment, the people around you when you trade. You can be in control of the people in your trading journey, your community, the people you tell about what you're trying to do for a living. You're in control of that, but you're not in control of the outcome of your trades. You're not in control if the market moves during your session. You're not in control of these things. So don't put so much pressure on these things to happen in your favor. Adjust your expectations. This is the way that you're going to stay a consistently profitable trader. You're not going to be stressing out about things out of your control. That's going to help you be more in the moment, like more calm under pressure, more patient. You're gonna let the market come to you instead of trying to force it to reverse so you can take profit. It's not gonna work like that, bro. You gotta be patient. Accept the things out of your control and focus on the things that are in your control. And the fifth thing I would say is you have to embrace the journey. Be humble, but still be confident enough to know that the work works. You put in the work, so trust your work. But if you didn't really put the work in, then acknowledge that and just put the work in. You may not be where you want to be right now, but you will get there if you keep stacking up days of consistency. Know that everything you work for, you will get if you put the real work in. Find ways to grow. Challenge yourself. Reward yourself. When you put in a ton of work and you start checking off these things on your goals list, reward yourself for that. Don't overlook it and think, okay, because this trade didn't buy me a house and a Lamborghini, I just, made enough to pay my phone bill. Don't think that that's not a big accomplishment, because if you can generate yourself $1, you can generate yourself $1 million. You have to be thinking like this. Envision your future. Like I said earlier, be the person you want to be. If you want that supercar, go to the dealership where they sell those supercars and introduce yourself. Be nice to the people that work there. Look at the car. Test drive the car if you can. Envision yourself having that car. Ride through the neighborhoods with the houses you want to buy. Go to the mall and look at the jewelry store and find that watch that you want to buy and just envision that on your wrist. Try it on. Really feel it. Be the person you want to be before you are that person. That's the only way you're going to become that person. You got to manifest things and then you got to put real action behind it. Step into your greatness. Realize how far you come. This is a big one. You have to focus on progress and not perfection. Even though you might have just gotten your first payout, or you keep getting payouts, but now you losing money and you're battling between this break-even stage, you just got to look back at how far you've come since the start of your journey. When you focus on that progress and not the perfection, you're able to really embrace the journey and know that it's only going to get better. The harder you work, the more days you stack up, the easier this is going to get for you. So you have to embrace the fact that that's the case. You have to lean into the fact that if you keep stacking up these days of consistency, one day all of this will be on autopilot and you'll just be printing money, because that's really the truth. If you have your habits and your discipline in check, trading becomes easy. It becomes literally like everything you ever wish for. Like, the feeling is really crazy when you think about, like me, I've been trading almost 8 years. So when I think about staying up those late nights in London session, 3 o'clock in the morning, trying to trade a breakout strategy that wasn't really working. What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna tap into the London session. I'm tired as fuck, but you see what time it is? 3 a.m. in the morning. It's London session. We about to get it popping. Let's see what's cracking. Let's see if we can make some money today. Or going to school to learn how to trade supply and demand, and then trading supply and demand, learning from somebody on YouTube, and like just being frustrated in the market, to now really printing whatever amount of money I want because I got my habits in check. That's what people don't understand. It's like people on YouTube are always talking about the setup and how to make money, but they're not talking about how to evolve as a person off the charts so that you don't do stupid shit on the charts. It doesn't matter like what strategy we trade for real. We know how to win trades, and we know how to set expectations based on our strategy's win rate. But the thing that makes everybody different is their discipline and their habits and their focus. Are you locked in? Are you actually trying to become a profitable trader, or do you just want to look like a profitable trader on the internet? Lock in. Once you start making money and you realize that you can really change your life and live life on your own terms, that's when the real work begins. When you're just trying to find your edge and like you're losing demo money here and there, that's cool too. That's a part of the journey that everybody goes through. But when you start really touching money from trading, shit gets real. So if you really want to live this life and be a full-time trader, you got to be prepared and you got to be locked in. You got to be willing to be uncomfortable so that you can grow. You got to be able to put your ego to the side so that you can always be a student of the game and forever evolving. Because that's what this journey is as a trader, and not only as a trader and an entrepreneur, but as a human, period. We were put on this earth to evolve. So you can never stop trying to learn to be the best version of yourself. That's all I really got for this video. These are some of the things that helped me to stay a profitable trader. And this year was really important for me. I'm not gonna lie, I grew up a lot as a trader. And when I look back on the progress that I made just this year, I'm forever grateful. So yeah, that's all I got, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe the video so the algorithm can show this to more traders that need to see it. And if you want to trade with me and my team, make sure that you click the link down in the description. You can come trade with us and make money completely free. I post every single one of my trades in my group, and I post all of my results every single day on my Instagram. So follow my Instagram at Champagne Trades so you guys can see exactly how a profitable trader consistently manages risk and consistently manages his habits. Till the next video, out.